Well, good evening, GWT family. My name is Angèle Prefontaine. I'm the Ambassador of the Month for June, and I'm so excited to have you on the call tonight. We have an amazing gentleman doing the training tonight, 26-year-old ambassador of the USA, the very first ambassador in the USA market. We've got Marshall Nguyen on the call tonight. He was featured on businessforhome.org for the USA expansion. He is on the Elite Leadership Award. He's a winner. He's on the committee. He's on the Leadership Advisory Group. And he is, also part of the USA CEO Leadership Core Group. This gentleman has been having amazing success. That's why he's on the call tonight to train us in duplication and leadership. He has over 500,000 plus in retail sales, and he's just loving it, loving the business, enjoying helping people all over the world. His team is expanding rapidly. And, this is a business that helps all of us grow personally as well as financially. So we're so fortunate to have Marshall Nguyen on the call tonight. We're really looking forward to hearing what he has to say, what his team is doing in the States, what they've done and how they're all making it happen. Growing so fast, his business. So we're so excited to have him on the call. Marshall, are you there?
I am here. Could you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you loud and clear. We're so excited to listen to what you have to say, what you have to share with us tonight. Thank you so much for being on the call tonight.
Absolutely. You know what? It's such an honor to be training on the Sunday night trainings. One of my goals when I got started in the company was to be one of the trainers, and I'm excited to to share with everybody on the call today my experience and what we have been doing to create massive results on our team. So thank you very much for the awesome introduction.
Thank you so much, and the call is yours, Marshall.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hello, everyone. As Angela said, that my name is Marshall Wynn, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers around the world right now, especially in the GWT family. Very, it's very respectful that you guys are working truly hard, working for your family, to live the life you always have dreamt of. So, congratulations on that. And I'm excited. Today I want to go over a couple of things with you guys that has helped my team, and also not only my team, but other people create massive results in the company, also, massive success. And the two things that I found out through my experience is it's all about duplication and also leadership. And today we're going to go over some of the main points. We do have 45 minutes. It's kind of hard for me to go over everything, but these are some of the main points that my team and I have experienced and also continue to do to have our success. So, I definitely don't want to waste any more time. Let's get started, and I hope you guys have some notes and so you guys can take down. Hopefully, you guys are able to get a nugget or two that's going to help you propel your business to the next level. So let's get started. So the first slide I'm going to talk about, it's called duplication. Duplication is going to be one of the things, is actually the thing that's going to help you create so much success in your business. And the reason why duplication is important is because your end goal in global wealth trade is to have the freedom to do whatever you want with whomever you want and whenever you want, right? With the time and money that you're going to make through the company, it's going to give you the freedom, and it starts with duplication, because if you're able to duplicate your team through our amazing system, business can be much easier for you, and it's going to be much more fun. So, but the first main goal of duplication is keeping it simple is everything. Literally, you have to build a business where a 70-year-old guy, a 6-year-old kid, who, whatever age it is, it's easy for them to build a business. And you're able to do that is to keep things as simple as possible, right? Global Wall Trade has given us an amazing opportunity, and it's important for us to keep it simple so everybody could do this. And that's one of the reasons why um, our third world markets have so much success and results, is because the system is so easy to duplicate. So remember, the first step is keeping it simple is everything. So I guys already know, we have a tremendous system here with Global Wall Trade, and it's such a simple system that, like I mentioned before, anybody can do this, right? And some of the ways you are able to duplicate yourself is really duplicate the system. And again, people don't duplicate, systems do. And that's the most important thing about the system of Global Wealth Trade, is that you are able to follow the necessary steps. If each and every single one of your team members did what you did, right? They don't try to be you, right? If they did what they did in the system, you are going to have tremendous results. And that's why many of you guys have seen so many different markets just exploded. It's because of our amazing GWT system. So again, people do not duplicate, system do. And you never want to be somebody, because you want to be the best person that you can be in building the business. And I think that's one thing that's going to help your team very propel to the next level with this system. So the first step of duplication is our training system. We have such an amazing training system that's helped many people create, $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and even up to $100,000 a month right now. And it's because of our simple system, right? If it wasn't, with me, I'm a very simple guy. I don't like to think too much. If this was hard for me, then this business would not have been good for me. But with the Global Wall Trade system, we have such an amazing, easy system for us to follow. It makes business much easier. And also the weekly training schedules, right? So one of the examples with the weekly training schedules is like the Sunday night training. And congratulations for everybody that's on the call right now. Even though it is Father's Day, people are spending time with their family. Many of you guys from all around the world has an opportunity, decided to, plug into this call and start to educate and learn much more. And also with our weekly training schedule, we have the CDSC calls, and also our Tuesday training as well. And the Tuesday training is very important for your duplication in the company, is because it's great for new people, right? It goes over the launch pad and also the first 30 days. And the part of the system that's going to help you duplicate is the Live Your Dream Tour. And the reason why I say that is because the Live Your Dream Tour, it's always consistent. When you are doing something that's always consistent, it makes your business much easier. And make sure you utilize the Live Your Dream Tour. And how we do this in my team is that after any type of Live Your Dream Tour, we do a 3-way phone call or Facebook chat with one of your supporting Mach 5 and prospects, right? How easy, if you guys really think about this is simple, right? You approach the person, you show them, if they're open for an opportunity, you show them the Live Your Dream Tour, and afterwards you do a 3-way call. And that's exactly how I built the business when we started the Minnesota market, when I was the only one here, right? I showed the online tour, then I did a 3-way phone call with Maria, and also with Leor, with Renee, and all they did was close them for me, right? So again, keeping it simple. If you can press play, if a little baby can press play, you can definitely press play as well. So again, keeping it simple. And another way for us for duplication is the napkin presentation. And one of the napkin presentation was taught by Maria Gaderi, incredible, tremendous leader. She taught us the napkin presentation that has given us massive results. And if you do not know the napkin presentation, also writing out the 6 ways to earn, definitely connect with your support in my 5, and they will help you go over that. And after the napkin presentation, what do? We do the 3-way phone call with the support in my 5, right? So again, as you can see, there's 2 different ways for you to build to duplicate the system. Is one to show the video, or if you like doing things face to face or writing things down, the napkin presentation works effectively as well. And again, one of the things that makes our business much easy and very enjoyable is because of our trainings that we have online that was created by people, tremendous leaders throughout the whole company. And like our GWT.com was created by our national ambassador Renee Liao. And when I got started in the business, I used to work in 80 to 90 hours a week, and I would get home about 9:30 p.m. every single night. And every single night when I got home, I would watch a new training on rgdt.com. And the reason why is because I wanted to do something where if I'm knowledgeable enough and if I can show my team to do the same, it's going to make my business much easier, because now they are able to duplicate what I've been doing through the company's system. And we also have many YouTube videos as a training system, and make sure to utilize it. And the fact that we are in over 94 different countries right now, all around the world in different time zones, there's no reason for you to not be on the trainings, and also watch the training videos. As these trainings, the more you show your team how to watch the trainings and to understand the trainings, your duplication process is going to start. And some of the training system that we do is like the Launchpad, the next 30 days, Approach, Power IA, Binary Plan, Pay Plan, and Team Strategy. So as you guys know, and as you guys already seen so far and heard from me, this is simple. I can't stress enough, because I used to make things complicated. I'm a very analytical person as well. So sometimes I overcomplicate things and I confuse myself because of how I am. But when I finally understood how to keep everything simple, business was started to really propel and go to the next level. That's how we were able to break diplomats and many more leadership position, also breaking different types of income earning levels on my team as well, because we kept everything simple. So everything I've talked to so far, and you have seen about the duplication process, global world trade, the fact that we are in about every country in the world, we have to make things easy for every market to accomplish. And basically the proof is in the pudding, right? In our amazing third world countries, in Nigeria, places that the Caribbean, parts of Asia, places don't have too much technology or as advanced as here in North America. We had to do things to keep things simple for many people. And again, you don't want to overcomplicate things. Follow the darn system, right? It makes your business much easier, much more fun, and very, very profitable. So duplication is key. And then just kind of go over some things. Again, live your dream tour, then do a 3-way phone call or a Facebook chat with your supporting my 5, and they are going to help you answer all the questions with your prospect, or the napkin presentation. So that is for duplication. And also, the most important thing, one thing I forgot to mention, if you want your team to duplicate, trust me on this, you need to help them become self-sufficient. I never wanted to stand up in front of a room to do a presentation until Maria Gaderi came to Minnesota and said, hey, you know what, you're going to present with me for the first time. And I was freaking out, right? But the fact that I'm so grateful that she did that, because I became very self-sufficient in my business, my market. Like if you are opening up a new market or whatever, if you are a business owner, keep in mind you have to know the ins and outs to your whole company, to approaching, to how you are better than your competitor, right? So if you're able to help your LCs become self-sufficient so they can do things on their own, it's going to make your business much easier because now you can focus on bigger and better things, right? And again, becoming self-sufficient is one of the things that really helped my team really duplicate it because so each person that got started, we go over the launch pad next 30 days and that's all they did. And if they want more trainings, we have more training videos. And I always suggest people, hey, this is one thing that I always tell them to create duplication is that if you are a business owner, you need to know your whole industry. If you don't, then it's going to be hard for you to really um, use a lot of different strategies, or even objection, or better, to handle objections. When people ask you questions, even simple questions, right? So it's kind of like if you are a McDonald's owner, right? You have to know all the burger joints, like the biggest burger joints in the whole industry of McDonald's and also restaurant as well. And that's the same thing with global wealth trade. The fact that we are in direct sales, we have so many different types of trainings that's going to help you and your LCs become self-sufficient. And I hope you take advantage of that by going to rgwt.com or watching the YouTube videos and start training yourself. The more you know, the more you are able to duplicate yourself, the more you can introduce the videos trainings to your team. How are you going to duplicate if you haven't seen all the videos on rgwt.com, right? And again, these are simple. All you do is press play and just take notes on whatever you learn. And if you don't understand or understand something, that's why you have your My5 support team. So that's how we're able to create duplication in my team, is through all these trainings and also following the system, doing everything over and over and over. Live your dream tour, 3-way phone call. Live your dream tour, 3-way phone call. Napkin presentation, 3-way phone call. Napkin presentation, three-way phone call. So next topic I want to talk about is leadership. This is going to be so essential to you in building your business, as I truly believe that with any type of business that you are in, you must have leadership abilities in order for you to go to the next level. One thing that I love doing is studying on how amazing our leaders here in global wealth trade and how they operate. Right, from Maria Gadea, Leor Scaler, Sherry Zhao, Renee Liao, and much more leaders in a company. They always have these leadership abilities, because in order for you to lead a team, you need to have these skill sets in order for you to do it effectively. Right? It's all about doing it right the first time, then redoing it, because you don't want to continue to always redo. Do it one time, follow the system again by duplicating yourself, and then propel to the next level, which is the leadership. And again, this is something that I really got to stress about, because you have to really understand. If you grasp this, you're going to have so much success with global wealth trade. I never think that GWT needs to do everything for me. No, GWT is the vehicle for me to become successful. You are the CEO of your company, right? You are the CEO of your company. GWT is a support system. It's a vehicle. It's a platform that's going to give you the products for you to become successful, to become super successful. There's so many people on eBay.com that make hundreds and thousands of dollars every single year. eBay doesn't train them, right? They have to go out there and get the job done. Again, eBay is just a platform, just like global wealth trade. Right? If you really understand this, stop basically thinking that GWT needs to do everything for you. They have all the necessary tools for you to become successful. You just got to utilize it, right? So if Renee made his first million in 4 years of global wealth trade, and they did not have as much training tools that compared to we do today, there's no reason for you to not become successful. Again, global wealth trade is the vehicle for you to use, but you are the CEO of your company. You are the decision maker. You may basically say, you know what, I can go out here and take massive action to create success, because if I don't, somebody else will, and somebody else will take my market, right? So again, You want to find a way to create as much market share for you as possible. And again, it's all about mindset. With leadership, it's all about mindset, right? Your team is going to duplicate you, and if they can duplicate you in the wrong way, or they can duplicate you in the right way. And I hope that they duplicate you in the right way. And again, it's all about mindset. Have a mindset of a boss, right? If you guys, there's a lot of talk. There's people want to be bosses out here, but the question you got to ask yourself is, do I have the mindset to be a boss? Do I have the work ethic to be a boss, right? Because again, if you are a CEO of your dream company, whatever it is, right? You want to start a clothing line, you want to start a restaurant, right? You have to have these leadership abilities. But the great thing is that all these leadership abilities is learned through a company. You watch your leaders and you copy them, right? It's simple because they already did the work, and all you have to do is duplicate them, right? Again, mindset. And I love this quote by John F. Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what can you do for your country. And this is the same thing that I like to say, ask not what GWT can do for you, ask what you can do for GWT, right? Because global world trade and, with our amazing CEO, Ramin Mouskali, he has created such an incredible vehicle for you to become successful, right? So again, as a CEO, as a boss, right? You are a boss. That's the reason why you joined the company, because you want to be a boss, right? Global World Trade has done so much for you. Now take all the tools that is necessary for you to propel, to build your business. We have everything that you need, right? Stop reinventing the system, stop reinventing the wheel. If there's not something that the company has, but you think that you can utilize for your business, create it, right? Again, you are a boss, you are a CEO. So ask now what GWT can do for you, ask what you can do for Global World Trade. Again, we are the face of the company. Whatever we do, we are the face of the company, right? And the fourth thing that I love to teach my team, if this really helps me learn how to think creatively, right? And the great thing about our company with Global World Trade, as being a leader, you have to be creative at times, right? You can't just do the same thing. You always have to innovate, right? And I remember, when I saw our amazing senior VP, Sanaz Human, at one of the boot camps a few months back, she told me, she's like, Marshall, you don't know how powerful GWT is. You know when you know. And it's been with my mind. I'm like, man, you are, what do you mean? I know how powerful this company is, right? Then I start to really understand. I start to lock my mind around about how you are able to use Global World Trade, this vehicle, to intertwine with any type of business, right? So I'm not sure if many of you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I work with a lot of people within the entertainment industry that's outside of direct sales that absolutely love our products, right? That's how you're able to intertwine our business with everything. If you think about it, especially with a ferry marsh line, when you walk into a corporation, you want to see the CEO. Like, I have so much confidence that I could walk into any type of corporation and be like, hey, Mr. CEO, I have something that you want, which is a ferry president's watch, right? You are the president of your company, but I do know that you don't have access to 19 and 21 karat gold, right? So this is how you're able to intertwine everything with Global World Trade. Start to be creative, right? Music videos. When you watch music videos of rappers, people are in the hip hop industry, with any type of people are in the music industry. What do you see? They wear nice things, and that's what we have. Right, so it's so powerful. One of the things I teach my team, in order for them to build their expand the mind a little bit more, is people within the music industry. I'll give you some of the things that that we use that are so effective. Right, if I was a record label owner of a company, right? If somebody comes up to me like, hey, you know what? I have this product called Fair Designer. Let's get you and your whole team wear this line. Why it's not smart for me to go out there and buy Louis Vuitton or Gucci or Prada or whatever, because I'm giving money to these corporations. But if I buy from Global Wallet, from Fair Designer Lines, my artists that I have within my arsenal, within my roster, they can buy from me, so the money comes back to me, right? So like I hope that starts to really expand your mind a little bit of how you're able to intertwine our business with everything, and that comes with leadership. Again, you have to be creative in how you build your business. And again, our company, we work within direct sales, and we also work outside of direct sales as well. We're able to capture that market. So again, always think ways of how you're able to intertwine our business with other people's business. And the next step is take massive action and more action. And that's what it is in leadership. If you want people to duplicate you, brothers and sisters, you got to take massive action. If you don't take massive action, your team's going to duplicate that. If you do or you don't, your team still duplicate that, right? And that is what's all about, is when you take massive action, that's when people start to get inspired, right? If you aren't doing anything, your team is not going to do anything. They're like, you know what? Marshall's not going to do anything, so you know what? I'm not going to do anything. But wait, this month or whatever, Marshall's blowing up. Hui Bill's blowing up. Ozzy's blowing up. You know what? I want to blow up too, right? So when you take massive action and more action after that, that's going to build your business, right? And that's how you're able to build leaders within your organization, right? So there's no other way to build leaders in your organization is to take action, and more action, from doing tours to recruiting to attending all trainings. Do not miss any type of trainings. And the reason why, I've seen so many of the same trainings over and over, but you guys know what? Every single different training, I always get one nugget from that training, and that's what I search for, is a nugget that's going to help me go to the next level with my business, right? And action is going to produce results for you guys, right? So the more action you take, the more results you're going to make. So, when your team sees this, it's going to inspire them to the point that leaders emerge, from that, who also have people, and when you find people that have a burning desire, they're going to produce the same or better results than you. And that's by you taking action. So your team sees you taking action, and they're going to duplicate that. So as you can see, do you see how duplication and leadership all falls together? I hope so. So, and also, your GDP business and your LCs are a reflection of yourself. And excuse me, and if you constantly take action, your team would definitely follow, and that's exactly what I just talked about, right? It's the reflection of yourself, and that's why you see wolves running with wolves, right? You don't see people, that's why you see, successful people running with successful people. You never see anybody slow down in that part of the organization. It's because the whole because it takes one person to take massive action, and the whole team's going to duplicate that, right? And it's going to be a snowball effect. So it's important for you to take a massive action so you can inspire people, and that's how you're able to next, ability to identify your rising stars and sparks, right? So as a leader, your goal, again, is to take massive action, inspire people so they can do the same. And after that, you're going to find people that basically want it more than you, that has more of a burning desire, because each and every single person have such a special story behind them to why they want to become successful, right? And again, that's how you're able to identify the rising stars. When you take massive action, your team takes massive action, that's when you're going to be like, you know what, he's my next diplomat. Actually, he's going to be my next ambassador. You know what, that guy's going to be my next regional ambassador. That guy's going to be my next national ambassador, right? So that's how you're able to identify rising stars. And, I have people on my team asking me, like, Marshall, how do you identify these people? And the first question I ask them is, well, are you taking enough massive action for your team to duplicate you to do the same? That's when you are able to identify them, right? And how you're able to do this, again, is the part of the 8 categories of distributorship. and this is part of a forensic training, which I'm so excited. We have about 2.5, 3 weeks until our forensic networker event. So, I'll go over more of the information about that later. But if you do not know the 8 categories of distributorship, I definitely suggest that you go type on Google, 8 categories of distributorship. I'm sorry, by Remy Mascalou, and it's going to pull up an article that's going to go over the 8 different categories of distributors in direct sales, and that's one of the tools that we use to identify the rising stars that's on the team. And when this happens, what do? You pour more fuel on your fire, right? You do investigate. You let your team start to really do trainings, and that's how you're able to identify your leaders. Who wants to step up, right? Who has the courage? Sometimes going through successes, it's a scary thing, because it's so unknown, because we're not used to success, right? We're so used to our 9 to 5 or whatever it is, right? So sometimes you have to go take massive action, and you identify your rising stars, and you let your team now do the training, right? So then you're able to pour more fuel on the people that's taking massive action. So that's when the confidence is going to come in. And I'm going to go over that as well. Confidence is one of the most important things that's going to help you become very successful with any type of business you are in. You have to know what the heck you are talking about. And like I mentioned, confidence, right? Get out of your comfort zone. As a leader, you need to do things that's outside your comfort zone. You know why? Because one of your team members in the future is going to go through something that basically you have to learn how to relate to, right? That's one of the reasons why when I have a roadblock in my business, which is normal. Again, guys, roadblocks are normal. That's part of everyday life with any type of business, right? And if you are not having roadblocks in your business, it means you have not taken enough massive action, right? Because it's kind of like going up in a mountain, right? Like the next rock you're gonna go over, it might be harder than the rock that you went over before. So it's very important to have roadblocks, and that's a mindset that I have as a quote unquote leader. Is that what, if I'm not having roadblocks in my journey, it means I'm not doing enough, right? Because I have to go through everything as much as I can. So whenever my team goes through that, I'm able to relate to them, so I can show how they are able to go over that roadblock, right? So whenever I have a roadblock, I message Maria, I talk to Lior, and they always have the answer. And I'm like, man, how do they always have the answer? It's because they went through that, right? So in order for you to go through certain things in your business, you have to get outside your comfort zone, right? Stop being, you are a boss and a boss lady. Step outside your comfort zone. If you don't like talking to people, guess what? Go out there and talk to people, right? If you don't like showing the plan, showing the tour, I didn't like it because I was nervous. I get scared. If you guys, like one of the things that really that I had a struggle is I stutter, and that's when I get nervous, when I get excited, I stutter, and that's normal. But in order for me to become better, I had to get outside of my comfort zone, and in order for me to do that, my confidence started to build up. Right? So having confidence is so important, and one of the reasons, and one of the ways to get basically get more confidence in what you do is, one, get outside your comfort zone. And I didn't add the second part. And again, it's all about being self-sufficient, and you are able to become self-sufficient in your business by going to www.rgwt.com and our YouTube. That's why to top earners in different companies. And when I ask them a simple question of how much money they make, all that stuff, they don't even reply back, because they know that this kid, Marshall, knows what the heck he's talking about. Even though I don't make as much as they do, but hey, I got information that about 99% of the population of people in direct sales don't. And it's because of our amazing training system, right? I want to be the next, Leo. I want to be the next, Renee, and how you're able to do that, you got to be self-sufficient. You have to know what the heck you're talking about. And when you know what you're talking about, people will listen to you and they will follow you. And that's the most important thing. That's how you're able to create duplication. And again, it's through leadership. Become self-sufficient and get outside your comfort zone. If you are comfortable, always comfortable in what you're doing, it means you are not building, it means you are not taking enough massive action for you to go to the next level. And again, commitment, right? Right. One of the things before I build my global world trip business, I asked myself, man, what am I going to do when I have a big team? And the only thing I have to do is I'm very committed to each and every single one of my LCs that's on my team. And the reason why is because when they spent as a minimum of $169, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes it's hard for people to get $169. So when they spend the money, it's our job is to support them as much as we can until they make the type of money that they want, and also when they become self-sufficient. And in order for us to do that, we have to lead by example, right? How is your team going to do something if you're not doing it? Like, that doesn't make sense. The reason why I do the things that I do is because Maria, Leo, Renee, all these amazing, tremendous leaders, they are doing it. That's why I'm able to follow them, because they are leading by example, right? And that's what I constantly love, is that I see Maria, I see Renee, I see Leo, all these tremendous leaders. They're still prospecting and they're still sponsoring people in. In my old company, you never see a leader sponsor people in. And in my head, like, why? You are leading by example. Why should I sponsor people in if you're not if you're not sponsoring other people in, right? Why am I making you rich? Let's all work together, right? Let's all do the same thing for us to help each other out, and also to build our common leg or our personal team together, right? And that's one thing about I see our leaders, is that they always lead by example, and the reason why is because they are committed to our success, right? And that's such a tremendous attribute with our leaders that we have. And again, in order for you to become to be the best leader that you can be, always be committed to your business. And that's the most important thing, because when you sponsor somebody in the business, you made a promise to them is, what, I'm going to help you become successful. If I can't help you become successful, I have a team, which is my 5 support team, that's going to help you become successful as well. Even though I'm new in this business, I would try my best. So every single person that you bring in the business, make sure you are committed with them. This is not a recruiting game. This is some real life stuff, right? Because their financial freedom is their financial status is in your hands. And again, it's people that they got to meet you halfway as well if you want to become successful. So last thing is positive attitude. It's all about having a positive attitude, right? You never find a leader that's negative. If you do have a leader that's negative, then you better tell them straight up, hey, you know what, you're being negative. So stop it. The world is not going to get better with negative people, right? So as leaders, it's always good to have a positive attitude in what you do. Things can always go wrong at times. Who cares? It's life, right? Sometimes you had to put yourself in a position where, what, I'm blessed to be here on this earth. I'm blessed to be part of Global Culture. I'm truly grateful for the people that's in my life, right? There's people from across the world that that don't have, money to spend, no food to eat, no water to drink, no shelter, right? So you got to always have perspective, right? And when you have perspective, things in your mind start to change, right? That's when you become more grateful. When you become more grateful, you have more of a positive attitude. So, and that one of the reasons why that's going to keep your energy levels up, right? So when your team duplicates you, everybody's having a positive attitude, the energy levels up, everybody's energy levels up. Guess what's going to happen? Massive action is going to happen in your team. because everybody's doing it, right? So now you can see how the leadership has to correspond with your duplication, and that's so important to you in building your business. So duplication and leadership is definitely very essential for you to build your business. And I'll go over a couple points here. Again, take action, massive action. Take massive, 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 massive action. Right? If you want results with anything in life, you got to take massive action. If you want that Lamborghini, that beautiful multi-million-dollar house, take massive action. If you want to make $5,000-$10,000 a month, right? Take massive action. It's all about action. Action is going to build the results that you want. You can't have results if you don't take action. Like people say, Rome was not built in one day, and neither is your business, right? But if you want your business to build much faster, you have to take massive action, and massive action will lead to people being inspired. Your team will be inspired, and what's going to happen when they're inspired? They're going to take massive action as well, and that's when the duplication starts, baby. So inspire, right? As a leader, you have to know how to inspire, and how you're able to inspire is by taking massive action, right? You inspire people, right? People look at what you do on a daily basis. Trust me, if you're all constantly on Facebook, people look at what you do. So learn how to inspire people, right? That's the most important thing. And support. I cannot stress about this enough. When you bring in a new luxury consultant, make sure you are there to support them. If you do not support them or know you can't support them, hey, guess what? Don't bring them in. Because again, you are the face of global wall trade. I love this company deeply with my heart because of all the opportunity it has given me, right? So support them. If you know you can't support them, make sure to let them know that they have a Mod 5 support team, right? And that's part of your leadership. You go into this business, you have to have these type of each attributes for you to propel to the next level. And the most important thing is to encourage your team, right? That's so important because sometimes life gets in the way, right? And one thing that I love about Global Wall Trade is that we're like a big family here, and and we're always encouraging each other. You know what? Building this business is the system, everything is simple. Sometimes you can go through hurdles, which is okay, right? And when your team goes through that, you have to encourage them, right? You know what? Be the best person that you can be, right? Everybody deserves a good life. You were born for a reason on this earth, and one of the reasons is to not live an average life. If you love the 9 to 5, then that's good for you, right? But here, a part of Global Wall Trade, we're all wolves here, right? And we love to encourage each other. We love each other, because we're one big family. And again, take massive action, inspire, support, and encourage. And that's basically the end of my leadership training, my duplication and leadership training. The last thing I want to go over, a couple things before you guys, if anybody have any questions, is our upcoming events. So this upcoming week, I'm super stoked for this, which is a CDSC at the Sea 2015. As you can see, the maximum capacity has reached. There's no more RSVPs, and I hope that if you have become a diplomat, still try to hit the diplomat and above, because I heard there's going to be some amazing things for phase 5, right? All I know is get to ambassador, right? So again, getting to ambassador is not hard. It's very simple, right? Follow the system and you're able to really propel to the next level, which is diplomat and ambassador and all the way up. So phase 5 is super important. So I cannot wait to see everybody here as CDSC. And again, within the next couple of weeks, we have a Forensic Networkers seminar. This is going to be insane. I know that there's many people in our business that that basically have never used a forensic before, but they already have success, right? But what I learned is if you want to learn how to make 10K and up, 100K and up, 50K and up per month, you need this Forensic Networker seminar. So I'm so excited. So yeah, make sure that you bring everybody here, your grandparents, whatever, your brother, sister, your whole family. We're going to be there on Thursday, July 9th. We have a power tour that night, so make sure to start connecting with many people around Toronto area or even Canada, right? Let's bring everybody here. Then Friday and Saturday, I'm so excited to learn the forensic networking system for the first time in my entire life. So I'm super stoked. So, before I want to, end the call, I definitely want to bring in a couple of leaders and kind of give them, ask them question: how were you able to create duplication? How are you able to become such an amazing, tremendous leader? And how was your team able to really duplicate you? And I'm gonna see if our national ambassador Renee Liao is on the call right now, and see if he's able to share a little bit. Hello, Renee, could you hear me? I think there might be some technical difficulties on his end, but I do know that we have our tremendous leader, Maria Gaderi, which is our regional ambassador, on the call as well.
Hi, Marshall.
Hi.
Hi, I've got Renee is here now. He wrote a note here, but you might be able to unmute him. I'll just read his message.
Okay.
Marshall, my brother, amazing trainings and so proud of you. And thank you for this vital training that everyone needed to hear. You lead by example and you're an inspiration for thousands. Congrats and can't wait till your next training. Wow, amazing training. So that's Renee. I'm just going to look for him. I'll see if I can unmute him for you.
Wonderful. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
hello. Hey, Marshall, it's Renee here.
Oh, there's
Hey,
Renee.
awesome, awesome. What's going on, brother? How are you doing?
But you know what? I'm enjoying your training the whole entire night. I mean, you mentioned things that I was taking notes the whole time, and you actually reminded me of a lot of things I forgot about. So that's why it's so important for all of us to be on these trainings. Again, Marshall, I love your training, buddy. I hope it's recorded again. It's gonna be up live. Again, thank you so much for what you do, buddy. Amazing training, amazing.
Thank you so much. And the reason why is, I learned through you guys, right? It's all about duplication, right? So, Renee, quick question, brother. If you have about a minute or two,
Of course.
how were you able to duplicate in your business, right? And also establish so much leaders in your team that you're basically free. You have time and money, which equals lifestyle and freedom. Like, how were you able to do that?
Oh, that's a phenomenal question. And a lot of it already you covered tonight in the training. A lot of the key points, such as leading by example, being the one to step up and doing the tours, doing the trainings. But one thing that I think that I've always tried to focus on, because it happened to me when I first got started, was to make sure that I raise up new people on my team to step up and start doing their training. One of the things that I think some people sort of believe, and certainly happened for me when I first got started, was that I had some other people doing the tours for me, and I was always in there at all the boot camps, listen to all the training, but I was never the one to step up and do the training. And it wasn't until I kind of got pushed into it. And sometimes we need that bit of a push. Like some of us, we're kind of comfortable where we are. And if you're on this call and you're one of those people where you're kind of comfortable where you are, you're not doing enough trainings, believe me, what you want to do is become a trainer, just like Marshall, because you're going to see your checks explode. But there are those people out there who need that push. And so what I've done is that whenever I can, I'm always encouraging my team to step up, do different trainings, whether it's the first basic training, such as, a quick little Tuesday night fast start training. It could be a training on a Saturday boot camp. But if people really have stage fright, have them go up and share their story. So the main thing with your team, folks, is when you have new people joining, right away when they're sponsoring the first two people and you're having your opportunity nights, make sure you invite those people to get on the stage or in front of the room and start sharing their story. That's the first step of getting someone to become more comfortable being in front of the crowd. Okay, after that, make sure they get to train on the Tuesday night after training call. And of course, start doing the live training at boot camps. I always tell people, when you can train every topic in this company, at that point in time, you're going to be making so much money. It's without a doubt, because if you can teach this stuff, then you're applying it. So I just again, just to sort of recap my answer, it's pretty much just really pushing the team to step up, do the trainings, encouraging people, and if you're a leader out there, maybe you have to give an incentive to your team to start doing trainings. Get some free IA points. But again, it shouldn't be required. But if it works, it does again. But for me, always push your people to get up in front of the room, get on the stage, and start training in. And from that, you're going to see leaders popping out left, right, and center. So thank you, Marshall. Back to you.
Sounds great. Thank you very much for sharing, Renee. A lot of valuable things that you have said there. So, it's about encouraging your team to step up. And sometimes you do, I was a person that needed, some pushing from Maria to step up, right? So incredible. Thank you again, Renee. Cannot wait to see you guys at CDSC. So, and the last person I want to bring on is, since we don't have a lot of time, is Mrs. Maria Gajeri, which is a regional ambassador. Do you hear me? Could you hear me loud and clear right now, Maria? Could you hear us?
Hi, Marshall. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Just want to say thank you very much for your leadership since day one, since I got started the business. Myself and my team is now where we are. Is because of your leadership, and also pushing us to do things that we don't want, but at the end of the day we do know how valuable it is, and from there we started to love to do trainings and whatnot. So again, thank you very much. And the question I have is that how did you able to duplicate, and also so many people within your team, and also establish leadership as well, that basically got you to where you are now?
Absolutely, Marshall. Great job on your presentation and training. Just like Renee said, amazing job. I'm so proud of you. You are the definition, the definition of attracting people better than yourself, who have bigger vision, who have bigger dreams, who are more talented than you, and attract those people to your team. You are the definition of that distinction. And definitely, I've been listening to you to the entire presentation, and I've been taking lots of notes, and that was the thing that I was thinking the whole time. Man, how did I attract this guy to my team? And congratulations, you're doing amazing. And that was the first answer. So how do you create duplication in your team? Visualize attracting amazing leaders to your team, like Marshall, who are more talented than you, speak better English than you, know more people than you, have bigger vision, bigger dreams than you. And once you attract those people to yourself, they're going to be rocking this business. And they're going to be building countries and building continents. And they're going to be taking this company, this beautiful baby, to the next level. So what do I do to attract people to my team? I visualize. I do a lot of, obviously, in order for visualization and attracting the right people to your team, you have to be a positive person, just like Marshall taught in the team, in the training, that you need to be a positive person. You have to have the right mindset. If your mindset is negative, if you're bitter, if you're talking about negative stuff, if you're always thinking what GWT can do for my life, rather what can I do for this company, then you can attract those people. But if you're always thinking about, what can I do for this company? How can I make a difference for people's life? And be always positive, have the right mindset, then whatever you're visualizing become a reality in your life, and you attract amazing people like Angel, like Marshall, like Renee, like Lior, like Sherry, like I don't even know, I can call so many people, hundreds and thousands of people in this company who are amazing people. You attract those people to your team. I'm a true believer of, you get people in your team of who you are, you get the same people in your team. So if you're someone who has great people in your team, there's something going on that's right about you. Your mindset, your feelings, your energy is right, and you're attracting right people. And if you see people are not working in your team, instead of blaming people, check in and see what is going on with you. Are you negative? Are you have a negative mindset? Are you blaming? Are you complaining? So that's the first thing, Marshall. And just like Renee said, once you start attracting the right people to your team, let them step up. I was someone who came from the management, came from working in the bank, came from the, being in a leadership position. So I was a control freak. and I couldn't let go of control. I wanted to do everything myself, and I was a perfectionist, and I wanted to make sure everything is perfect. But that almost works against you, because you don't allow people to step up. You don't let people to make mistakes. And if they don't make mistake, if they don't step up, your team, your business never duplicate. So that was the biggest step for me, to let go and be okay with people stepping up. And if they screw, that's fine. It's okay. Have fun with it, right? I was one of those people who at some point I had to screw. I had to learn how to learn English. I had to learn I had to get over my being embarrassed in front of the room and speaking in front of the room. But you know what? My upline was okay with me making mistakes. So he let me to step up. He encouraged me to step up. When I was scared, when I was afraid to talk in front of the room, when I was afraid to present, when I was afraid to debt, to train the team, he pushed me to step up and train. And that's how I became one of the best speakers and best trainers in the company. So I do the same for my team. So when your team is uncomfortable, when they are when they don't want to do it, you don't want to push them so much, but you want to empower them and encourage them to step up and let them know that it's okay if they screwed. It's fine. It's okay. So just like Renee said, and I think one of the things that made a huge difference for me, Marshall, and you know that you already covered this in the training, was using the system. Instead of you don't duplicate, system duplicate. The system, especially using videos, especially the dream tour, the napkin presentation, made a huge difference, using and utilizing the team, the upline. If you have a strong upline like I do, Sherry, Renee, I mean, what else could you ask for? The millionaires of the companies are my upline. So utilize them. I mean, the best part is when you have great rising stars and leaders in your team. So at some point you are going to, when you're doing everything right, your team is going to be growing, and you're going to have ambassadors and diplomats in your team. Put them in charge. So at this point, I actually don't use my uplines as much as I used to. I use Marshall. I use Larry. I use people in the team that are rising, that are going to the next level. I use them for my next prospect. So put your rising stars, put your team members into work. Let them to shine. Sometimes it's good to step back, get a chair, and just sit and watch, and let your rising stars, let your stars to shine, to do training, to do presentation, even small little things like we all started with hosting the webinar, we all started with hosting the tour, we all started with sharing our testimonials. So step up. If you're new in the company, step up and ask leaders, can I share my testimonial? Can I host you on the webinar? Those are little things that when you do those things, we as leadership, we know those are the spark. We know that you are the one that we should be investing our time and energy into. If Marshall, I remember Marshall was one of the people who was stepping up all the time. Larry's another person who's all the time stepping up. So when they come to us and say, can I do the training? Can I do the tour? Can I do the hosting? Can I host you? Can I share my testimonials? Then I know that's a sign that I see a spark in a rising star's eyes. I see a spark, and that's a sign that I have to put my energy, my time, and sometimes my money into that person. Because that person, if I invest my time and energy, that person will be the future leader of this company. So do you want the leadership invest in you? Step up. Go and start hosting. Go and start presenting the tour. The webinars are happening. The tours are happening, and every Wednesday on the webinar, and every Wednesday in weekly tours. The webinar happening every Thursday on the webinar. The tour is happening every Wednesday and every Thursday on the webinar. There is boot camp online and offline. There is Tuesday night. There is Sunday night. Step up. Step up and ask to host, ask to share your testimonial, ask to present the training. And once you do that, the leadership know that they should start investing time and energy in you, because you're the one who is interested to grow and become the next and get to the next level. Those are some of the basic stuff, but there's a lot that Marshall covered. Marshall, you covered a lot of great stuff. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. You're doing an amazing job, and I can't wait for you to get on the regional ambassador trip, and after that, I can't wait to see you driving that luxury car that you're getting from the company for free. Congratulations, and back to you, Marshall.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Thank you very much, Maria, for sharing your thoughts and also your wisdom, your knowledge with all of us. So, and again, you guys, last thing I definitely want to end this night is that if you want a rising star in your team, if you want somebody to blow up in your team, you have to ask yourself, am I taking enough massive action? Am I taking enough action for me to deserve it? When you start to look at these organizations in our company, people that are blowing up like crazy, do you see these leaders are getting massive other leaders? It's because of the action that they have taken beforehand. How are you gonna able to build an organization if you haven't taken massive action? How are you gonna inspire your team to do the same, right? So again, something to think about. If you want somebody that's gonna blow up in your business, you gotta ask yourself, am I taking massive action? Enough massive action for me to deserve the next person? Because again, when you have a leader that's coming into your business, they want to work with rising stars. They want to work with people that are out there getting it. So something for you guys to think about. So again, thank you very much for this amazing opportunity to train all of you from all around the world. I'm truly grateful to be doing this and also to share you guys my experience. And I hope that at least many of you guys got even one nugget that's going to help you propel to the next level. And again, I cannot wait to see everybody at CDSC and also the Forensic Networker Seminar. Make sure to get your whole team there. I cannot stress out how important this is. If you want to go to the next level of your life, take control of your life, you do not want to miss the Forensic Networker Seminar. No excuses, guys, because we have people from all around the world that's flying in, spending thousands of dollars to get to this seminar. So have a good night, and again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and let's rock this week. Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is Monday, and I love Mondays because people are back to work, and that you have a job. You have a job to do as well. Is to continue to take control of your life and be the best person that you can be, because again, you deserve a good life, and by that you have to work hard. So good night, everyone, and thank you very much again for being on this call.
Hi, hi, Marshall. Thank you so much. That was amazing. I do have a question for you.
Yes.
That was just an amazing training. We appreciate everything so much. It was just phenomenal having our national ambassador, Renee Liao, on the call commenting, and of course, Maria Gaderi, our regional ambassador. Such wonderful, supportive leaders, always supporting us. And I mean, that's the key. And Marshall talked about that earlier. Again, we've got the Forensic Networker coming up seminar. As Marcia was saying, those tickets are available $229 in your back office, so make sure you pick them up. I just have one question. There's so many comments, Marshall, saying your training was excellent, wonderful training. But I've got Tessie from Nigeria, and her question is that she notices that most people here who are into GWT start with a huge sum of money to quickly earn and grow. She wants to know someone who has started as a silver and how did he or she climb to get to regional or global ambassador? How did they convince people to join in? So you
Great.
go ahead.
Yep. Great question. And again, I just want to, point this out. We don't convince people to build a business, right? They have to want it for themselves. Because keep in mind, I got started out as a silver, and then a few days later, I upgraded. And the reason why is because it made sense to me, logical sense. Why do I want to be a silver and work just as hard as a diamond member, right? And still get paid as a silver level, right? Keep in mind, people spend money all the time, and it's all about money management, right? If you don't have, in a year, people spend more than $3,000 on entertainment, into, movies, watching movies, whatever, right? If they need to find a way, if like they said, winners find a way, and the first step is to get to diamond, right? Again, there is an incentive. Is if you get to diamond, you right away or within your first 30 days, you get that $1,000 bonus, right? Even if you don't get to diamond within 30 days, hey, guess what? It's okay. You're still able to get to diamond. Work your way slowly. But if you don't have the money for it, that's why we within 30 days you are able to get to diamond for free, right? If you are a silver, for every 2 silver personal VDMs that you launch, it's 1 free upgrade, right? So when you become a diamond, remember, you help other people become diamonds as well, and that's going to help you get to diplomat and also to ambassador. I hope that makes sense.
That's awesome. And we're really the only company that offers these types of opportunities to be able to sponsor up to the next level. It's incredible. And we're so thankful to have had Marshall on the call tonight. And we congratulate every single one of you who's listening tonight, who came, who's committed to your business. And this is what it's all about: is being here on these calls, learning, listening to people, following, not thinking that we know everything, right? And it's amazing. And Renee just added. Tell her to watch training on approaches. And of course, we're so fortunate and blessed to have our DWT.com, where Renee is always on updating this website for us. Um, so many trainings. I mean, there's literally hundreds of trainings available for all of us to go and to learn about our compensation plan, about our everything, about approaching people, about the tripod of belief, you name it. If we want to learn something about our products, about anything that has to do with GWT, the trainings are recorded and they're on that website. So make sure to go to the training on approaches if you have those specific questions. And thank you, Renee, for that. And thank you so much, Marshall. It's been an incredible night. I want to wish everybody such a happy Father's Day. Any of you fathers, stepfathers, grandfathers, any of you gentlemen out there who have children, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Father's Day. It's your day, it's your night, and it's anybody in GWT's time to shine. So good night to all of you, and thank you so very much, Marshall. It's been a great night.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Marshall, and thank you to all, and good
Good
night.
night.